I'm going to show you how to bring up a website using Visual Studio 2015 on an IIS Microsoft web server. This is IIS 7.5, and this runs on a Microsoft um, web server, 2008 web server, and we're going to use a template to do this. And my goal is to get this done, the basic site, in less than 10 minutes. Of course, with any website, you have to do a lot of planning, assemble your graphics, and assemble your text. I'm not going to try to build a full content site. I'm going to show you how to get the framework done and how to get it done fairly quickly. Okay, we have begun the exercise of creating a website. The server is logged on to, and Visual Studio has loaded. Visual Studio takes a little while to load, maybe a minute or two. So if I were going to create a new website, first thing I would do is click on File, then click on New, and I want to do a new website. Now I get some choices here about the types of websites. This website is going to be ASP.NET C# Windows Form application. So I click on that. And I'm going to get a chance to actually name this website. And the name for the website will be 10 10-minute website. So now I'm going to click OK. And Visual Studio is creating a blanket website for me. Now what I have here, what you see on the screen, is a template for the website. And it's shown in the source mode. But what I can do is go look at it from a design point of view. And you'll see that there's already some code there and some placeholders for me to add content. In its current form, this site will support responsive web. That is, you can display the site on a tablet, a phone, or on a desktop. jQuery and Twitter Bootstrap have been included in the template. I will show you that in a second. Now let me show you what Visual Studio can do for you. We're looking at the site in design form now. I'm going to click on Split and notice that you can see the code at the top and you can see the actual display of how the site will look on the bottom. This is design mode. I can make changes in either the code section or the design section. You'll also notice that it uses a class for the look, which is Jumbotron from Twitter Bootstrap. Now let me show you what the site looks like without adding any content, just what the template looks like. And I can go to, let me stop this for a second. Let me move the cursor to the left. I can go up to File, and I can say View in Browser, Firefox, And now you can see what the application looks like. Visual Studio has a built-in web server, and notice that there are 3 columns that I can add the text. I could choose a different Bootstrap format and organize the text on the screen in a different way. Now let me close this display and get back to Visual Studio. Didn't want to do that. Actually didn't want to do that either. This is what I wanted to do. And now we're back to Visual Studio. Now that I've shown how to put the template up, I'm going to show how you can add content to this template. First thing I'm going to do is change some of the styles, and then I'm going to just add some text for a potential website. Now I'm going to show you how to make some modifications to the style of the site using Twitter Bootstrap. On the right hand side of the screen, you see the content files that were generated by Visual Studio to be used with this website. You see some normal pages, about.aspx, contact.hps, default.aspx, which is the starting page, and a number of other files. The site master is the global look of the site, and under content you see Bootstrap, and I said I was going to edit Bootstrap and make some changes. So let me just double click on Bootstrap, and it gets opened up in a text editor. And just to go back, I'm going to tell you what I was going to change. I'm going to change the color of the Jumbotron class, which is this background at the top. I'm also going to change the color of the buttons. There's a button that goes with the initial section of the site. Learn more. Learn more. And so I'm going to change the color of these buttons. And to do that, I'm going to go to the Bootstrap file. Now, classically, the way you would do this, because this is a big file and you don't know where things are, is you would search. So I want to search for Jumbotron. And Jumbotron is around 4930. And here's the background. Now I can get a dialog box up with colors. If I try to take one out, take out this E, put it back, and from there I can select colors. So I can either look at a palette like this and select a range. There's another way that I could have done that too. And so this is the color I'm going to select. And notice that the color gets filled in here under Jumbotron. And I said I also wanted to change the BTN default button. I know that's further up. And a little bit further up than this. And let me keep going. Went too, oh no, I didn't go too far. 2051. Notice this is a huge file. And there's background color for BTN default. And so, as I did before, I'm going to delete that F, put it back. And then it's going to allow me to choose a color. Let's try this. Oh, I like this green. So click on the green. Notice I get the hex numbers that represents red, green, blue, the exact amount for that color. So I've got that one done. Now I need to find my next one, which was BTN primary, and scroll down a bit. There's BTN primary, and this is the static background color. So I'm going to delete the 7, put it back, and I want to make this gold. So let's scroll over. There's gold. Notice the number change. That's done. So theoretically, I'm ready to go. So let me save the Bootstrap file and go back to the default or first file. Let's view it in the browser to see if the changes were made. And there we have it. We have a turquoise for the background. We have a gold for that first button, and that green I chose for the second button. These are not necessarily great colors. My intent was just to show that it could be done fairly easily and how it's done. Okay, I'm going to close this, and the only other thing I want to do is to add additional pages using that same template. Now I want to add 3 additional pages to the website, and these pages are going to be called Products, Cart, Blog, and Join. So I go up to Website, and I say Add New Item, and I want this item. I can pick from a number of different pages, but I want it to be a web form. And this first one, I'm going to call it Products. I'm going to not put the code in a separate file, and I'm going to select master page, and then I'm going to add it. And site master, which is my standard, I'll use that style. I'll click OK. And there's the page. Now I'm going to go to website, add new item, and again I want it to be a web form. I want it to be called blog, and select the master page, add site master, okay. Now I add the third page, which is called joined. So again, to website, add new item, and web form visual, C#, and join. Now, 3 blank pages have been created. I now need to add those to the main menu for the website. Now I have a file called SiteMaster, which has all of the menu and common items for the site. And I need to change that to add these new pages that I created: join, blog, products. And so let's click on Site Master. And see a lot of HTML code here. I'm not going to talk about that right now. All the references for jQuery and Bootstrap. And let's scroll till we get to the menu. As you can see here from this navigational class, I already have 3 items on the menu. So to make things go fast, I'm going to just copy those and modify them. So Control C, go to another line, and Control V, and you see I have everything in there twice. So for home / products, and the next one was cart, and then I had blog, and actually I want one more called join. Now I need to match the headings, set the headings to match the pages. So this becomes products. This becomes cart. This becomes blog. And this becomes join. Let me check it. At home, about, contracts, products, cart, blog, and join. So I'm going to save it. So I go up and save all. And I got all of these files saved. Now I'm checking again just to make sure. 1, 2, 3. I don't have the cart page, so I need to create that page. So let's go to website again, add new item, web form, cart. And let's click add and OK. So when I go back and view my first page, I should see the menu for all of these pages. So file, browse with Firefox. This is the page. Notice that it has all the icons. That is the menu items that are added. And of course, these pages don't have anything on them yet, but they can be built out to add content as needed. This video was just designed to give you an idea of how fast you could put up a Visual Studio website. I hope you got something out of it, and I hope it piques your interest in building applications with Visual Studio.